All right, all right. Hello, hello, hello. Let me see here. No, biology video. Everyone, would you like to mute your microphone? Mute myself. Okay, okay. Hello, hello. This is definitely a great day today. I'm very excited to be on this Zoom call today. And today we're going to talk about how to make more money, manage it, and to get further in business. Now, one of the things I want to touch base on is that I haven't been sharing my story with people. A lot of people don't really know how I got to where I'm at, where and how this business process. So one of the things I want to touch base on is that, I've pretty much been into entrepreneurship. I've always desired to be in entrepreneurship all my life. I never had the desire to work for anyone. I never had it in me. It was something that I didn't want to do. And right out of high school, I went right into entrepreneurship. I'm still letting people in here. So welcome. Again, I'm getting started right now. Can everyone hear me okay? Let me see here. Where's my messages at? Okay, so now, with that being said, my name is Terrence Tillman. This is actually my first time doing something like this, so I'm getting used to all of the features of this Zoom. But what I wanted to do was just share some of my successes in business, and hopefully it will be able to help someone get to the next level. So what I wanted to do before I get started was just share a little bit about my story. One of the things for me in business is something that I've always wanted to do. And in business, what happened? Okay. So one of the things that I wanted to do was I've always desired to be an entrepreneur. Okay. I never desired to work for anyone. And it's something that I did right out of school. I got right involved into entrepreneurship through real estate, where I started rehabbing properties. I got introduced to residual income from there. And okay. Yeah, so I got introduced into entrepreneurship through real estate. I became an investor, and from there I went into the finance end of things, because I figured that on a lot of the deals that we were doing, we could not get the financing done. And so one of the things that led me to is becoming a loan originator, and we were originating loans. Okay. Okay. All right. So now I need to connect with the moderator in order to replay that again. However, I wanted to just run through it since I'm here now at this point. So again, what happened was that I got into entrepreneurship. I got into investing in real estate. And as I got into real estate, I found out about, there were a lot of people who were in real estate, and I figured that they couldn't get the financing for it. So that led me into financing, okay? And so I did that for over 10 years. And in the process, I learned about this thing called residual income. And that led me into insurance, opened up an insurance agency, started doing things in that nature. And all of these things combined has sort of kind of led me into the direction of where I'm at now. However, some of the things that I learned along the way is that there are principles in business that we need to know in order to be successful. Now, a lot of the times we know what to do. Okay, we know what to do when it comes to doing things, but we don't know when to do it. We don't know why we're doing it, and we don't know how to do it. And so that was what I saw as I was coming up. And so I figured out, I said, I had some success, and once you start getting to certain levels, you run into different levels of success. And so that led me into having situations come where I got myself into some trouble with some taxes. And so I started learning that there was more than just starting a business and going out there and making money. So I needed to know a little bit more about taxes. I needed to know a little bit more about systems. I needed to know a little bit more about automation and things of that nature. And so with that being said, that's where I'm at right now. Right now, where I'm at is that I have put together a formula that allows for anyone to be able to take themselves from where they are right now and go to the next level in business. Okay. And so it has been really put on me to be able to share this information, because it will change so many people's lives if they understand how to apply the principles in which what they're going to learn today. And this is where it's a systematic approach to having success in business based around the principles and not just the knowledge. So with that being said, it's 7:41 now. Whoever's not here, they're going to have to just catch a replay, because I want to get right to it. This is, again, like my first one. And I sort of kind of want to get the kinks up off of me and just really get through the process so I could just get this behind me, because it's been really a situation that's stressful. However, so one of the things that I like to explain to people, if you're trying to make money, you have to create value. Okay, value is what you got to bring to the marketplace if you want to create money. So what do I mean when I say value? I mean that you have to offer something that people will be willing to detach themselves from their money in order to pay you for it. So that's value. And how do you create this value? You find a problem. There's problems everywhere. There's always problems. Whenever there's a problem, people will pay you in the form of value for coming up with a solution for that. So now, with that being said, that is the basis of creating value and making money. And there's pretty much 4 levels to life. Now, I want to keep my focus in one area, and I want the opportunity to be able to share this information, so that it took me over 15 years to learn a lot of this stuff that I'm going to share today. When I got into entrepreneurship, it was not a thing that where you can just go and get information. It would, to give you an example of it, would be more like it was a big skyscraper that was abandoned. And I walk into the building. This is entrepreneurship. Now you have the option of staying on your job and having a security. Okay. But in entrepreneurship, there is no security. So, it's like walking into a building that you don't know what's going on, and you have to find your way around. And your goal is to get to the top of the skyscraper. Now, in business, there's no one there to help you. There's no one there to guide you. So these are things that you just have to figure out on your own, or you have to get a mentor or a coach, okay, who will be able to coach and guide you along the way, because it's going to be things that you just don't know. You just don't know certain things. So now, in the process of me doing these things, I ran across a company who I've partnered with, who have been able to put a lot of things in place, okay, where you can benefit from in regards to, I want to say, the other level or the back end of business, okay? Because a lot of times we get excited, get in business, go start a business, and then next thing you know, we say, okay, now that we've made some money, it's another set of problems that we find out about. So without further ado, what I want to do is just share this opportunity that I had the opportunity of finding out about, where it took me over 15 years to learn a lot of this information, okay? I did not learn this. I learned it through trial and error, and I learned it through losses. And so with that being said, I want to go ahead and present this company and show it. So Shar, let's put up the slides, please. Okay. All right. Now the name of this company is called MWR. It's the ultimate cash flow company. The name MWR stands for Making Wealth Real. Okay, let's go to slide number 2. Now, for the major roadblocks in business and in life that we go through, we're gonna always have to pay taxes. We have credit card debt. We have inflation, and we have what we call our big business. Now, when it comes to taxes, a lot of people are unaware that as a W-2 employee, we are taxed at a bracket of anywhere between 24 to 37%. That's right off the front end. That's right before you even get your money in your pocket. This is the money that they're taking off right off the top from you for federal income taxes, okay? So let's use this as an example. If you make $10,000 a month, if you're being taxed at a 37% interest rate, 37% tax rate, that means that they're taking $3,700 right off the bat. So if we go 10,000, where's my pen? If we go 10,000 minus 3,700, that leaves us with, what's that? 6,300. This is what you're going to be paying in taxes before you even see any money, okay? This is the average American W-2 employee. We're going to be taxed anywhere, this is the law, we're going to be taxed anywhere up until 37%. Now, if we take credit card debt, we might not think that it's a lot, or it may not appear to be a lot, but the interest rate kills us, okay? The interest rates kills us on credit, because anywhere on credit cards, a lot of credit cards are the interest is being charged at 22%, 18%. That's the average, okay? And now when you're talking big business, you're talking about everywhere you go, you have what you call as a sales tax. We don't tend to think that sales tax is something that we're spending, but we're definitely spending it. So what the average American is not aware of is that when you total up all of the tax that you're paying in credit card debt, federal income tax debt, big business debt, we are living off of 25% of the money that we're making. Because when you're talking just federal taxes alone and what they're taking out of your checks, and along with interest rates and things of that nature, that's going to put you at an automatic 50%. So now, what my goal is to share with people the importance of these things right here. This thing is called debt. Debt is the new slavery. So what happens is that you don't realize how much you're paying, but you're really paying it, because there's an illusion, because we have things in place of what we're really paying, okay? So now today I want to show you a way that you can, you're never going to get past taxes, but the key of it, and what we're going to do, is we're going to use the strategies and principles that the wealthy use. The wealthy do not pay anywhere near 30% in taxes. Our tax code was designed for W-2 employees. It was not designed for entrepreneurs. It was designed for entrepreneurs, and it was designed so that the W-2 employee pay most of the taxes, okay? It was designed so the W-2 employee pays most of the taxes, while the entrepreneurs and business owners minimize their taxes. And they do that through tax sheltered structures and entities. And so this is the information that I want to bring to you guys right now to share with you the importance of this so that we can really look at the situation overall. So now let's get to the next slide. Again, this is the debt cycle. This is typically how it works. We typically will be short of cash. We'll use a credit card. And now what happens is that we're being tacked on so much interest, the balances grow, okay? The balances just seem to grow, and we have higher payments, but we're working off of the same income. And then we pay bills, and we do this cycle over and over and over again. We're short of cash from the beginning. So immediately we get some credit cards, we start using those credit cards. When we use those credit cards, our balances grow, meaning the interest grow. We don't even pay on the actual money that we use, which in turn gives us higher payments, and we have the same income coming in, and we just pay bills, and we just recycle that circle. So when I first got established with credit cards, it's like everyone else. When I got it, I just started using it. I didn't care what it was, okay? I just started using it. So let's go to the next one. So now what I want to introduce to you is a complete cash flow system where you increase cash flow, create cash flow, and multiply cash flow. It's the MWR cash flow system. Let's go to the next one. Now, in this membership, we're going to show you how to reduce your taxes, lower your bills, eliminate debt, and raise your credit score. Now, one of the most important things to this program is that it gives you access to being able to purchase a home. For people who have been denied a loan for a home, okay, we're going to purchase that home on your behalf, put you in a land contract and a lease contract so that you have 3 years to pay that home back. This is the most powerful thing with this program, that it allows people to create and become homeowners, because the fastest way to create wealth in our neighborhoods is through real estate. That's the fastest way to create wealth, through real estate. According to the studies, they say that the average person who rents net worth is only $5,000. So my goal is to immediately put people into home ownership, because that's the fastest way for us to create wealth. And in this program, we'll be able to do that. We're going to be able to help you reduce your taxes, lower your bills, eliminate debt, and raise your credit score, and buy a home on your behalf, and allow for you to lease that home back. You got 3 years in order to get that home refinanced and put into your name overall. Now, when I say we're going to help you do these things, we're going to do these things on your behalf, in which I'm not, but the experts are. Okay, the experts are going to reduce your taxes. My bill negotiating team going to lower your bills and renegotiate those bills and help you eliminate debt through giving you a strategy and plan that would allow for you to eliminate your current debt or any date, and you will be able to have what we call is a millionaire date. And also, we're going to work on your credit, okay? We're going to do that on your own, on our own. You're not doing anything. You're not going to have to send off any letters. You're not going to have to do anything. The experts are going to do everything for you. But most important, the most important piece, and why I'm excited about this, is because I'm a licensed realtor here in the states of Illinois and Indiana. One of the most important things that I push is home ownership. And in this program, they're going to do all of that for you, okay? They're going to purchase the home on your behalf. They're going to go off of your income. They're going to go off of what income you make on your job. And they're going to allow for you to lease this back. They're going to lease it to you and give you 3 years in order to get your situation together, okay? That is huge. There is nothing else out here like that. Now, let's go to the next slide, because I'm going to get excited and start going into that. I don't want to stay too much. I just want to share this information. Now, immediately from when you get started, you see the screen here. Now, there's this thing called instant pay raise. Okay. So now what this means is from day one, when you get started, if you're a W-2 employee, whether you're an entrepreneur, whatever the case may be, this is going to help you instantly get more money back in your pocket. And so what I mean by that is this: we have experts that's going to take a look at your current financial situation and help you get the money that you were given to the government that they're giving you back in a refund. We're gonna show you how to get that money back in your pocket right now. And what you're gonna do when you get that money back in your pocket, you have to start a business. I don't care who you are. If you're an employee, you need to have some form of a business, because this is going to allow you to participate in all of the tax benefits. Okay, you must have a business. And by having a home-based business, it gives you access to over 400 different tax deductions that you will be able to use to help you get more money and keep more money back in your pocket. Now, what we're also going to do is take a look at your last 3-year tax returns. Now, we're going to look at those because, again, we tend to always go to people that we know to do things. And a lot of these people, you know, they're good at what they do and they've got you to a certain point. But now it's time to level up and go and learn from people who are actually experts in the field. So what they're going to do is figure out, they're going to take a look at your last 3-year tax returns and figure out if you have missed any money, if there have been any overpayments, that they're going to return that back to you. Again, they're going to do everything. You're not going to have to do anything. Okay, let's say, for instance, if you have current tax debt, say you have old debt that you're dealing with right now, they're going to help you eliminate that, which is they're going to give you a consultation. All of these things that I'm showing you right now is just the beginning. Now, the most important thing about this is that you're not going to have to figure out how to do it. You're not going to have to know what's the strategy, because guess what? The experts are going to do everything on your behalf. Let's go to the next slide. The next phase we're going to do is show you how to lower your bills. Now, a lot of people are not familiar with this, but have you ever tried to call a cable company and get a discount on your cable bill? It's not happening, okay? Well, in this program, we have experts who will call on your behalf and renegotiate every single bill that you're paying each and every month, from cable, satellite, cell phone, security, internet, utilities, insurance, and a whole lot more. Anything that you're paying on a monthly basis, our experts are going to pick up the phone and call and renegotiate those bills for you in turn. And what that means for you is this: you're going to get more money back in your pocket on everyday items that you typically spend. And now that's just on your current bills that you have right now. Now let's go to the next slide. Now, this is the most important one. As you can see here, we give you what we call a millionaire date. Now, in this program, what they're going to do is this: take a look at, for people that may own a property, say you got a 30-year mortgage. In this program, it shows you how to pay that mortgage off in half the time. I'm talking 15 years. All right. And give you a millionaire date, show you the interest that you're going to be saving. Okay. And the experts are going to do all of this on your behalf. Only thing you have to do is just get started. Once you get started, get on the call, they're going to share with you the tactics, the strategy, and the plans in order to put this in place. Now, how does that sound to be able to have a 30-year mortgage that's paid off in 15 years? How does that sound to people? Let me see what we got here. Okay. How does that sound for people that may have a 30-year mortgage that they can pay off in 15 years? How would you like for someone to be calling on your behalf, renegotiating all your debt, renegotiating all your current bills that you're paying monthly? This is what this program can do. Let's go to the next slide, Shar. Credit restoration. Now, we all know we need some credit. Some people do, some people don't. But I can tell you this, we're going to do everything for you. You're not going to have to learn anything. You're not going to have to you're not going to have to become this whiz, this expert. Listen, only thing you have to do is plug into the system. When you plug into the system is going to do everything on your behalf. These are things that we need, okay? And all of these things is centralized in one place in this system. So credit is very important. It's one of the things that we do, but in our program, credit is not tied to the home ownership piece, okay? So you can still become a home owner without having the actual credit, because it's going to be based around your income, whether investors are going to purchase the property on your behalf and put you on a lease contract for 3 years and give you 3 years to get your situation together. And then that way it becomes a refinance to you. So now, in order for you to qualify for the home program, you have to have been through all of these steps. And the reason for that is because, one, if we can start to minimize all of the money that may be going out the window that you may not be aware of, that'll put more money back into your pocket to be able to reinvest into yourself. So now let's go to the next slide. Let's go to the next slide. Now, this company has been responsible so far for over $11 million in passive income for people. That's shaving an average of 15 plus years off the retirement dates. Now, one of the things that's important about passive income is this. In order for you to get ahead, you have to figure out some way to create passive income. And what is passive income? Passive income is a way that you can make money without you physically having to trade time for it. So if we're in a position, whether you work a job, a business, whatever the case may be, you must be in a position where you can earn money without you physically trading time for it. And if you don't have things like that in place, this is where that debt creeps in. That this is how they keep us in a certain position and away from wealth, okay? Because of debt. That's our number one killer. So with that being said, I want you guys to really understand and think, if not this, something, I don't care what it is, you have to figure out a way to create some passive income. Because if you can make income without you physically having to work for it, that's where you want to be. Now, I learned this lesson in regards to passive income, that if you have $1 million sitting in the bank, and if you were gaining, let's just say 6% interest on that, that would pay you $60,000 a year off $1 million. Now, if you were able to make $60,000 a year without you physically having to work for it, how many would agree that that is a good deal? You can pretty much make a living off of $5,000 a month. Now, that's what millionaires do. Millionaires have the money sitting in investments and they live off the interest. So now, what if I was able to show you how you can make $5,000 in passive income without you having $1 million? That's where we want to be. And that's how we're going to be able to get and gain access to wealth through using those type of strategies. Let's go to the next the next slide. All right. Here are the things that are in this MWR membership. You're talking about multiplied cash flow, diversified cash flow account. Now, a diversified cash flow account, private reserve accounts, land banking, trust. Let me just touch on trust. When we don't have access to information like this, this is what the wealthy do. Okay, first things first. When we go and buy real estate or any type of asset, we put it in our name, okay? And now we've gotten up a little bit to where we're not doing things in our name as much anymore. We're doing it in business names, where we're still missing part of it because it doesn't protect us. So what the wealthy do in order to minimize their taxes is create trust. Okay, and how does a trust work? A trust works this way. A trust may own the asset, Whereas, to give you an example, I'm Terrence. I can own a trust, and in this trust, I can buy a property. So that real estate is owned by the trust, not by me, but I own the trust. I control the trust. So whatever expenses that this investment incur, it doesn't come to me, it goes to the trust. When someone look and see who owns that asset, it doesn't say my name, it says the trust name. So these are ways and ways that we need to start thinking if we're going to start to create wealth. Now, in this program, you have access to be able to do those things. Just creating a trust alone will cost you anywhere over $2 grand, $3 grand. Okay. And now a private reserve account. This is something that we're going to do from day one with the extra money that you're going to make. A private reserve account is an account where you become the bank. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit further into it, but I'm gonna show you how this all tie in. Land banking, where you buy property anywhere between 20 to 40% is appreciation. Manage my trades. This is for people who are into trading and things of this nature. This program handles all of these things in one, and this is how they multiply your cash flow. And now the most important thing about this is this: you don't have to know nothing about none of this. They're gonna do everything for you, okay? Let's go to the next slide. With the private reserve account. Now, as you see here, our self-banking private reserve account allows you to become your own bank by providing you the best ways to save, grow, and protect your money tax-free with no risk of loss. So to give you an example of that, let's use life insurance. A lot of people don't understand how to use life insurance, but this is what the wealthy has been doing forever. Let's just say that you're putting $10,000 a year into a life insurance policy that is growing compounded interest. The insurance company is going to give you a guaranteed interest rate. So let's say over 10 years, that 10,000 a year may come up. It might be, say it's 200,000. And so now what happens is that you go and borrow from yourself at a low interest rate where you're guaranteed a compounded interest on top of the money, and you pay yourself back. It's a whole nother level. A lot of people can't grasp it, but it is available through this program. Let's go to the next slide. Diversified cash flow account. This is similar to private reserve account. It's the same scenario where you become your own bank and you want to eliminate the banks from being in your pockets. So now you position yourself to be your own bank where you handle your own finances. Let's go to the next slide. Trust. This is I don't care who you are, you can be the average person. If you own real estate, you must have your real estate in a trust, because guess what? If you don't, someone could trip and fall on your property, sue you, and take your property because you own it. It's in your name, which means that you're liable. And so you have to create trust, because trust will protect you in the event from lawsuits, creditors, anyone. No one could touch it. And as a matter of fact, they wouldn't even be able to know who owned it unless it was a court order. Let's go to the next slide. Manage my trades. This is where you can multiply your money by investing into different trade. A lot of things, let's say Dogecoin, let's say day trading. A lot of these things, these are experts that this is what they do. They do these things, that they're going to do these things on your behalf. You don't have to know anything. Let's go to the next slide. The most important piece, the home ownership piece. Listen, we're going to take people who have income, who have been denied, who have not been able to purchase property ever because their credit. We're going to purchase it on their behalf, okay? Put them on a lease contract. They have 3 years in order to get that property in their name. That's powerful. There's no other program out here like that. Let's go to the next slide. Exactly. Again, that's the same situation. Let's go to the next one. Land banking. Now, this is a powerful piece. In order for you to participate in this particular program, I believe it's $30,000. You have to at least have 30,000. So this is something that once you start to managing your income properly and start to multiply it, when you start to get that growth, this is something that you want to go into. It's definitely something that is definitely powerful, because one thing for sure is this earth is not producing no more land. Okay. And if you can grab hold of land, that's the real estate. It's not the things that's on the land that make the real estate, it's the actual land. And so this is where you want to be when you're really starting to bulletproof your assets and money and things of that nature. Let's go to the next slide. Now, in this program, this membership has done over $10+ million of savings per month in just reducing people taxes, over $2 million plus per month just in lowering the bills, over $1.5 billion in interest eliminated, and over 18,000 people have experienced a 50 to 150 point credit score increase. And now this is an accumulation of things that everyone who is participating as a member, they have been able to see these results. And this is why I was so excited and I wanted to share it with everyone, because now it puts the little person sort of kind of equally on the same playing field, because now we're aware that these things are available for us. Let's go to the next one. Now, MWR. Now, this is what's key, and I hope if nothing else you take from this, these are things that a lot of people are unaware of, but the most important thing, you're going to have your very own team of licensed wealth experts who are going to fight for you on your behalf. What they're going to do is they're going to analyze your existing financial position, determine your long and short-term goals, structure a personalized plan to help you achieve that in the time frame you choose. They will even implement the right wealth building strategies for you. That's huge. You don't have to do anything. They're going to do everything for you. Let's go to the next slide. Now, the goal of MWR is where we take people from W-2 employees paying 28 to 37% in taxes, turn them into business owners paying 18 to 22%, helping them become investors so they only pay 10 to 15%. Then we set them up with trust to reduce their tax down to 0 to 5%. Now imagine starting at $100,000 in income. If you were paying $28,000 to $37,000 a year in income tax, and with us, we legally, ethically, and morally reduce it down to $5,000 or less. Now, what would you do with an extra $23,000 to $32,000 a year? This is what this program is going to do. And now I want you to really pay attention to this, where they're going to show you how to go from a W-2 employee paying 28 to 37% in taxes. Just from you becoming a business owner, you immediately take your tax rate down to 18 to 22%. Now, once you start utilizing your business owner status, you're going to become an investor, putting you at a 10 to 15% tax bracket. But our number one goal is to get you at 0 to 5%. That's what this program does right there. And the most important thing, you don't have to know none of these things. You don't have to know how it's done. You don't need to know how to do it. The experts are going to do everything on your behalf. Let's go to the next slide. Now, to participate in this program, this is the cost, $149 per month. Now, in increasing cash flow, we're going to help you reduce your taxes. We're going to help you lower your bills. We're going to help you eliminate debt. We're going to raise your credit score, and we're going to give you keys to home ownership. Also in that 149, when you start multiplying your cash flow, we're going to show you how to set up and create diversified cash flow accounts, private reserve accounts, land banking, creating trust for your assets, and if you're into trading, managing your trades. So this is what you get for $150 per month. Now, where can we have access to even go and speak to someone about wealth for that amount of money? This is why it's important for us to really see what we're looking at right here and how it can benefit you. Now, let's say, for instance, you joined and you started to using the assets. The most important thing is this. If we can show you how you can get an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month back in your pocket, and it's only costing you $150, would that be worth it for you? I think it would. Let's go to the next slide. But I'm asking you that question. Is that worth it? Think about it. It's the #1 way to reduce your taxes. Now, in this program, you can work from home or anywhere while being able to control your income. This is how you're going to be able to stay ahead of inflation and to be able to pay off your debts faster and to accelerate your retirement date. Now, this is huge. You can do all of this in one place. You don't have to go and deal with an estate planner here. You don't have to deal with a CPA over here. You don't have to deal with a financial advisor over here. All of these things are all in one place. Let's go to the next slide. Now, if you are the type of individual like me who saw this and realized that it's a lot of people who could benefit from this, you can make money from this. So for people who are W-2 employees who don't have any ideas for business, here's your ready-made business right here. Only thing you have to do is share this information to people. And that investment is only $250, which is $100 one-time activation fee and $150 a month. Now, in this program, you're going to be able to make that money back and some, because as you show people the program, just like you're seeing it right now, they may see it and they're going to join it. And when they join it, you're going to get paid. And so what you're paying is not going to cost you anything. It's actually going to make you more money than it does with you spending it. So if you decided that you wanted to be a part of the business of this company, it will cost you $250, all right? And it'll be $150 a month. Let's go to the next slide. Now, the thing with this is this. You don't have to know anything. Only thing you have to do is just expose people to the information. Our leaders are going to educate and our experts are going to execute, which means you don't have to go and take that learning curve of what it took me over 15 years to learn these things and learn how to use strategies to do that. Let me share a story with you. I remember I had some success and I didn't know I was supposed to file taxes. And I had owed the IRS over $19,000, $20,000. And because I started learning these things, I figured out that I had to really become educated and learn about taxes. So that sent me into a whole nother journey that took me years to learn. Well, now with this program, you don't have to do that because everything is in place and the experts know exactly everything when it comes to taxes. So that's just to give you an example. You don't have to know this stuff. You just have to know where to go to get it. Let's go to the next slide. Now, this is the way that people get paid in this company. Every person that you sign up, you get $40 for it. You have 6, 7 different ways that you get paid. I'm not going to go into all of that because at the end of the day, for me, it's about getting you the information. Okay, I'm not trying to recruit you to become a salesman. I'm trying to get you the information, just let you know what's available and out there for you. Let's go to the next slide. Now, one of the things I want to show here is this, is that if you were to have 36 people signed up underneath you, whether they're directly signed up underneath you or they're indirectly signed underneath you, you can make $1,500 a month in passive income. That gives you an extra $18,000 per year. Now, if you were able to make $1,500 a month without you having to physically work for it, This is why I'm showing this opportunity to people, because in order for you to create the passive income that you need, you're going to definitely have to have some form of an opportunity to be able to utilize. So with that being said, if you were to get 36 people signed up underneath you, that's an extra $1,500 a month. And these are people that don't necessarily that you have to sign up. These are people that just see the information. And again, they see it, they like it. If it's for them, it's for them. If it's not, it's not. It's not a push. It is what it is. Let's go to the next slide. Now, there is a money back guarantee, 100%. If our opportunity, experts, or services do not help you create, increase, or multiply your cash flow within the first 30 days, MWR will give you a full refund. So now, with that being said, if you use our services and they don't do what they say they're going to do, you get your money back. So we just took the risk away from you. There is no risk. You don't have to worry about if it's going to work or not. Listen, I know for sure it's going to work. If you are in a situation where you're on the fence and thinking about it, here's your chance to jump off that fence. If you invest in this company, use the services, they're going to get you 100% of your money back. If in the first 30 days, they do not do what they say they're going to do. Let's go to the next slide. Now, this is the cash flow opportunity, the cash flow membership. It's where you can actually have a home-based business. And let me just touch on this home-based business thing. Everyone who has a business, I don't know. I mean, one of the most wealthiest people in the world is Warren Buffett. Guys, do you all know that Warren Buffett owns home-based business companies? Now, that is huge. And here's the reason why, because every American, whether you're an employee or not, the government feels that you should have a business. Whether you utilize it or not, this is what the government expects for you to do, to have a business so that you can utilize a lot of the tax benefits that the government provides for people who are into business ownership. And now, by being a member of this, you do have access to all of the services that I just mentioned before, plus all of the experts. That's going to come along with all of this as a part of that membership fee. Let's go to the next slide. Again, I'm going to just go through some of the services: reduce my taxes, lowering your bills, eliminating debt, raising your credit score, home ownership. As far as multiplying your money, creating trust, protecting your assets, creating private reserves accounts, managing trades, land banking, diversified cash flow account, and the MWR passport snapshot. And what that is this, where you're going to have access to financial planners who's going to be able to take a look at your entire situation and give you the strategy to put in place for you to start to accumulate wealth. So all of these services are included into that $150 fee. Let's go to the next slide. Now, the results don't lie. There's thousands of documented testimonies. There's multiple millionaire residual income earners. Now, the average member cash flow increased about $2,000 per month, and our retention rate is around 62%. This is where you combine business and membership results that outperform the cost. So what the investment is, $150, that $150 investment is well worth it with just the services that we provide. So let's go to the next slide. $249 to get started, then only $149 a month. This if you want to participate in the business side of it. Now, if you don't want to participate in the business side of things, it's going to be $150 a month. If you don't want to participate in it, it's $150 a month. If you do want to participate in the business side of things and make an income from this, in which I would highly recommend it, because if you join the services And when you join and you start to get all this money back in your pocket, you're going to want to tell someone. And when you tell someone, you might as well get paid from it instead of someone else. So with that being said, this has really concluded what I really wanted to go over. And right now, I just wanted to open it up for some questions and or anything that someone may have. And then we can go from there. Do anyone have any questions at this moment? All right, let's see if we got some questions here. Any questions, anyone? Any questions? I mean, I can't be that good now. I know it got to be some questions now. Well, look, this is what I want to do at this moment. I just want to share the link. Share the link, Share for me. Let's see, do anyone have any questions? Thank you, Share. No questions at this moment. Well, so what's anyone's thoughts about the program? Well, what I can say is this. It took me over 15 years to learn these things or even to become aware of these things. And what I can share with everyone is this, is that if you're in business or you want a desire to be in business, these are things that you're going to have to definitely overcome and you're going to definitely have to implement in your business or in your life as in general, because one thing for sure, we're going to always pay taxes until we die. We always going to have what we call interest rate when we're trying to get money. So we want to become good stewards and understanding finance. We have to, if we're going to eliminate the enemy, which is debt. Debt is what is really killing us. Debt, the debt that we make. Now, I have a team in place that's going to call on your behalf and help you eliminate the debt that you currently have. So now, with that being said, there are no other questions. I guess there's no questions at this time. I don't want to keep you guys long. We already been on here for about an hour or so. I really appreciate the time you guys have taken to even take a look at this opportunity. And not just that, I will be sharing some other information in regards to this. This is definitely one of the most important things in this entrepreneurship journey. So with that being said, if there aren't any more questions, I will be sending out an email with this information. Okay, good question. If your spouse joins, will it be a separate cost? No. It's a one payment. So it's $150 for you and your spouse, one time. So it's only $150. You and your spouse is included together. That's a great question. I didn't touch on that. So yes, it's a $150 payment, but that includes you and your spouse, so that both of you guys will be able to utilize the program. Because what happens is that if we get one person together and not the other one, it becomes an issue. So yes, the answer to that question is yes. When you're married, it's joint. So it's one payment takes care of both individuals? Great question. You're welcome. One is that my auntie, Viola. Oh, hey, auntie. Any other questions? Any other questions that we had? Any other questions? That was a great question, though. That was a great question because that may make a difference for people, you know. So yeah, that's a great question. Any other questions? There's no such thing as a bad question. Okay, with that being said, I want to thank you guys again for spending the afternoon with me. This has actually been a very different time for me. It's been my first webinar, and it has really, I had a lot of nerves going and things like that, but I look at this being the first of many, and I appreciate the time and patience with me, and I look forward to working with some of you people in the near future. And I'm going to go over a couple of more things, not tonight, but I want to get you guys off right now. But be looking out for an email from me that will have the information on there where you can go and learn more about the company, sign up, and things of that nature. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you may have. But in the meantime, I want to tell you guys, let you guys go. Good night for tonight. And if there's not any more questions, I would like to end the call. Right. It looked like there is no more questions. Well, you guys have a good night. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside. Talk with you soon. Edmund. Good night, Edmund, my main man. Good night.